Hey! Don't trust this man. That's the chair making noise. Don't trust this man. My name's Steven. How you doing? Okay, let's just deal with this right out of the gate. It's election day. Close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Exhale. No matter who you voted for, no matter what the exit polls look like, no matter what the electoral college, the map looks like, it's going to be okay. We're going to make it, okay? So I was having a conversation with a coworker last week, and I mentioned something that I like to call, I mentioned my opinion on something that I like to refer to as God's economy. I used to do a podcast, and it was amazing. It might still be on iTunes. It's called This Week in Steven. I made 13 episodes, and then I stopped because I have a short attention span, and sometimes I'm a quitter. But I talked about this in one of those episodes, and I thought it'd be fun to revisit really briefly here on Don't Trust This Man. We were talking about this coworker's thoughts around her desire to start a blog. Hey, Sarah. And we were talking about, we got into a conversation around the fact that with the internet, right, even like this video, right, everybody's got a voice, everybody's got a platform. I hate that word. And that's the best thing about the internet, and it's also probably the worst thing, right? So if you're watching this and you're thinking, hey, that Stephen fellow is all right, you might be thinking, cool, the internet's cool. I get to watch this guy who's all right. Talk for a few minutes. If you think that I'm the Antichrist, then you might be thinking, oh, the internet, right? But I was talking to her about how I've struggled with this whole idea because who cares what I think, and who cares if I have a voice or not? That's how I feel sometimes. But I try to remember this. In God's economy of things, who knows if perhaps, and two, if this never becomes a big deal, right? If this never goes beyond the few of you who watch this week in and week out, and by the way, let me just stop and say thank you. It means a lot to me. If this never goes beyond you, if it never becomes a thing, is that okay? Is it a failure? Is it a success? And so here's what I would say. I would say that we might never fully appreciate how, I'm going to get churchy, sorry, so click away or just lift your hands for a minute. We may never fully appreciate how God might use something we do in a way that defies quantification, in a way that in a way that defies being able to track click rate or shares or likes. Let me get very practical. I would love it if one day a billion people watched Don't Trust This Man. I mean, that'd be fun, right? And I'd love it if I could go around talking to people in person, like speaking at events. And it'd be cool if Don't Trust This Man was like, we had little mugs. That'd be great. That may never happen. And it's okay if it doesn't. But I think there's still value in me doing it. Because who knows, I can't see all the good that God might do in his good grace with the things that I say here. I don't mean to attempt to apply some weight or some quality to the things that I say that isn't there. All I mean is you just never know if someone needs to hear something that I'm saying, and God might use that to remind them of something. Or if you're writing a blog about how to persevere through difficult experiences, maybe a billion people, maybe you won't get a bunch of shares on Facebook, and maybe you won't become the next big blogger thing, but maybe the right person will stumble upon your blog at the right time and will read your words of encouragement, and maybe their day, maybe their week, maybe their month, maybe their life will be changed because you took the time to say the thing you felt like you needed to say. I know it may not feel like a really simple equation, and it might feel like I'm giving more power either to things we do, or I might be giving too much credit to the way God works in our lives, and maybe this contravenes your understanding of God's sovereignty. Okay, that's fine. You're allowed to be wrong. I'm just kidding. In our culture, we honor and we magnify, we elevate things that are popular, things that are well-liked, things that are shared, things that go viral, things that have this sort of quantifiable appreciation sort of on a societal level. But I think Jesus works in the corners and in the spaces where no one's looking and no one sees. And I think we have to, it's not bad to want things to go well. It's not bad to want our endeavors to be successful or, dare I say, to be blessed. But we have to remember, I think it's important to remember that our endeavors may be blessed even if a lot of people don't ever see them, because you don't know, you never know when the right person might come across whatever it is you've done. Whether it's a song you want to write, or a screenplay that you've dreamt about, or a blog, or a vlog, this video thing, or it's YouTube, or maybe it's applying for a job, or maybe it's speaking in a small group, or at your church, or at your school. That thing that you have kind of like burning inside, that thing that you want to do, that thing where you feel like you want to share some bit of good news. It may not become the next big thing. You may not get your own reality show or a book deal, or you may not develop the sort of platform that too many people aspire to. But you never know. You might actually change someone's life in some way. Success looks different in God's eyes. It's true. It sounds super hokey. It sounds like the liner notes from a Stephen Curtis Chapman CD. But it's true. The things God does and the things God uses don't always look like the things we think he should use, or the things that the world esteems to be of value. So write your blog post, sing your song, tell your story. I'm reminded of a song that my dad loved. My dad's in heaven, but he loved this song, and the lines were, little is much if God is in it. And I actually believe that. God can use the smallest of our efforts to do really great things in people's lives. So do it. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Remember, it's going to be okay. Email me thoughts, suggestions, questions, concerns, comments, invitations to speak. Stephen@don'ttrustthisman.net. All the social networks, hugs, kisses, and until we're together again, be well.
Daddy, love me, please. I want to make you proud so you love me.